Tim O'Malley with Tim Priester, both inside Notre Dame Stadium for the first time this season as the Irish close the regular season against 34-point underdog Syracuse. Tim, I think the drama is how healthy can Notre Dame stay? Will Kyron Williams eclipse 1,000 yards? And can Javon McKinley get his first touchdown for the cherry on top of his graduate season?
I think they're going to try very hard to get Kyron Williams his 1,000 and McKinley his first touchdown, although Williams needs 99. I'm not sure we'll get to that point depending upon how competitive. But, yeah, what's the key today? That Notre Dame remains playing football like Notre Dame, like they have. They're playing excellent football. The emotions of senior day will be tamped down a little bit because there won't be many people here. Families will be, though, of course. Let's just see Notre Dame play. Basically, goal number one, try to play error-free football in terms of don't make major mistakes with turnovers, big plays for Syracuse's offense, which is unlikely to begin with. And everything will work out just fine. Style points do not matter here today at Notre Dame Stadium.
I think Kyle Hamilton back from his 1/2 suspension, but we probably will see a healthy dose of Houston Griffith and DJ Brown, and that's an important thing to rest Sean Crawford. I'm not sure about resting Kyle Hamilton mattering, but those guys took their first real step forward because it was competitive game action, and not only nothing get behind them, nothing really happened in front of them either. So without statistics, it was still their best game in a Notre Dame uniform, I felt.
I would expect to see a healthy dose of Isaiah Pryor today in place of Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, an opportunity for Jack Kaiser to get some playing time, maybe Jack Lamb, but you want to see a little bit more Maris Leofau because he played so well last week.
I guess the only real thing, Brian Kelly has to come out and go win the game. You can't approach it like the Ball State game. So in the first half, we will see the first string offensive line, and you expect that still to be Josh Lugg getting his first career start at center, more so of the opponent, and also a high ankle sprain is rough for a second-time starter and redshirt freshman Zeke Correll.
Yeah, I have not had that validated, but I am going under the assumption at this point that it will be Josh Lugg at center, and Dylan Gibbons will earn his first career start and become the 8th offensive lineman on the roster to have started a game for Notre Dame.
And Ian Book, we'd be remiss not to mention this would be the 30th victory as a starting quarterback at Notre Dame. You want to throw in a comeback win against Citrus Bowl against LSU, he might already be there. But more important than 30 wins, I think, would be 24 straight at home, which is remarkable. I remember 2 years ago, you wrote a story about the modest home winning streak of 11 games. This is the third longest in program history. 24 in a row at home, and of course, they've already won 15 straight nationally. The turnaround is amazing, and it is coincided with this freshman class that is having senior day today.
And for the record, looking ahead to next year in the home schedule, if everything remains equal, they would have a chance to tie the all-time record at home of 28 straight games. That would come against USC with the opportunity to make it 29 in a row against North Carolina. But Cincinnati comes into play next year here in Notre Dame Stadium, so it'll be maybe a little bit more interesting outside of Clemson this year, a little bit more interesting home slate in 2021.
And a rematch with North Carolina. But until then, that's it for us. Pre-game, we'll be back post-game with more instant analysis from Irish Illustrated.